Welcome back to Good Day Columbia at 6:39 on your Wednesday morning. And this morning, private investigator Chandra Cleveland Jennings is joining us this morning to talk about some of the dangerous drugs that are hidden in plain sight. We're also talking about a scary new trend that is being used to get high. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm so glad you're here with us because this is definitely information that we want parents to know and be aware of if you have any teenagers and college students here at USC.
Great, yes. Especially freshmen.
Okay.
So very easily influenced to take things and to so-called have a good time.
Right.
But they've been warned about alcohol.
Yes.
And they've been warned about drugs.
But we need to get into that more deeply.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So first of all, we have this display here. Tell me a little bit about what we're looking at.
Well, what you're looking at is some of the things they use to get high, the balloons. You go to a party and you're like, okay, yeah, balloons are supposed to be there.
Right.
But what you don't know is what they're filled with.
Okay, so let's talk about that. This is, well, not this one specifically, but what are kids doing with balloons these days?
Well, what's going on is like everything, you know, some way they'll find a way to abuse things, especially criminals. So they have taken it where they get a tank of nitrous oxide and they go to parties, concerts, and they offer the balloons, 3 balloons for $20.
Okay.
They fill the balloon. And what happens, as I showed you the video clip of me talking to some students that knows all about this and does it, they take the balloon and they open it and they inhale it and they blow it back into the balloon and inhale it again. And what it does, it stops the oxygen to the brain and it gives you a euphoric feeling that they say is like Charlie Brown's teacher talking to them. It's like wong, wong. And they say with music, the music take them like they're floating is the explanation.
Slows things down.
Yes.
So nitrous oxide, for folks who don't know, is laughing gas. And so people are putting it into these balloons, inhaling it, getting that high. And like you said, people are going around to concerts and actually selling this 3 balloons. So 3 times to get high for $20.
Exactly.
Okay. So
and some of the video that I showed you that I went undercover and did, it's a little dark that you can't see the balloons, but that was recorded right here in Columbia.
Wow. So this is something that, especially like you said, freshmen who are going to parties, I know, or even concerts, and looking for these balloons and people selling this nitrous oxide. So if you are a parent, you need to be aware of this. And also if you're a student and you aren't familiar with it, you can get tricked into this. Yeah,
and you need to know the side effects of it. That is one of the key things I'm trying to stress, because when you take away oxygen from the brain, it also does a whole lot of other things that are bad for you. And just because someone else does it doesn't mean your body will react to it in the same way. It could be very deadly for you where the other person has done it 6 or 7 times.
And they're fine.
And they're fine.
Quote fine, because we do know that it does damage the brain when it's taking that oxygen away from the brain, and then the side effects could be long lasting, if not death.
Oh yes, deadly consequences, and also paralyzation. You can be paralyzed because the lack of oxygen puts space in your spinal cord, which over a time, the space in between would just collapse your spinal cord and you're paralyzed.
Wow. All right. Well, very good information. Stay with us. We're going to be right back after the break with more information about how to look for potential drugs in plain sight. We'll be right back.